Hello. I'm back because I wanted to do a mock job today to show you how you can pancake different positions within a company. And we'll just make up a company, aplusresumes.com. You can subscribe and like, please. This is my playlist job news. Right now I'm on LinkedIn, and I'll be sure to put up new videos as, I get new tips, new techniques, new tricks. But anyway, okay, so we're going to pretend today that you have worked at a company since 2004. And you have had various positions within this company. So you decided that you want to put all your positions down underneath the company. And that really helps with prospective employers when they come to your LinkedIn to see your progressive movement up in the company. So you go on your LinkedIn page. This is your LinkedIn page, and let's pretend that you have not set up your work experience yet. So what you do is you go to like I said in my previous video, this is like the go-to. So you go to your add profile section, and you're going to go to your core, and you're going to go to add position. And you're going to fill out these things. So we're going to make up a company. We're going to say Sanford Products. I don't know if that's a real company. I'm just making it up. And then we're just going to make up positions. But we'll pretend it's you. And we're going to say that you started in 2004, and you started as a sales assistant. So you want to put that in here. So sales assistant. Let's say you started as a sales assistant, and your employment was full-time. And again, the company is going to be Sanford Products. Fake company. I don't know if there is a Sanford Products, but we're going to use it. You're not currently working in this role, so you want to deselect that thing there. On LinkedIn, you don't need months. We're just going to use years. So you'll go 2004, and then you're going to go 2006, okay? And your location, we're just going to say Buffalo, New York. I don't know why. I just picked that. And your location type is we're just going to say on-site. If you're hybrid, you would select hybrid. If you're remote, you would select remote. Now here, LinkedIn doesn't have a dedicated bullet points. It doesn't have dedicated bullets. So you can either type your description into LinkedIn, or you can copy and paste it from your doc. You can just open a doc, and copy and paste it into the description. But for now, we're just going to type it in because the bullets are going to revert back to LinkedIn bullets. So we're just going to say we're just going to put just a couple things on here. We're not going to put a lot of things on here because it's too long ago. So we're just going to say supported sales staff, multidisciplinary. Whoops. I'm actually typing with a camera in front of my face, so that's going to make it even harder, so excuse me for that. Multidisciplinary, departments, and managers. And then we'll just go ahead and do one more bullet. We're just going to do one more bullet here, and we're going to say collaborated effectively. It's tough to do with the camera right in my face. team members and coworkers daily. Something like that, right? And let's just put a space in between that and that. So, and then where did you find this job? And you don't have to put that in there. And then you can, you know, the skills, when you fill in your skills, they'll automatically be put underneath your, but you can also add a skill that you had there if you want to. And we're just going to go ahead on this button and we're going to go ahead and save. Okay. So this will load up. Your position has been saved. And then now when you go down here, oh, you know what? I need to take this out. This is my old position. I mean, this is my position that I'm doing right now. So I needed to take that. Let me just put, let me just edit this. Sorry about that. Let me just say, ignore this part. We'll just put 98 to 2000 or 99 so that it goes underneath that, okay? I'll change it back when we're done. There. Save. Okay, now that is going to go, okay, so ignore, that's my job. So this is your job. Sanford Products, 2004 to 2006 for 2 years. And that's what you did. Now, you want to add, you're still there, so you want to keep going. I hope that this is, let me just double check if this is focused enough. Maybe we should pull some brightness in there. Is that better? Maybe a little bit there. And let's see if we can focus. Whoops. There. Okay, that's good enough. So you just press the plus sign here. Right? You're going to add a position. And so now you did so good as a sales assistant that you were promoted to an account manager. So now you are an account manager. Account manager, and your employment type is full-time, and your company is Sanford Products. And the reason I wanted to do this, I want to show you the pancake feature. It's good. Products, right? You're not currently working in this role. You want to start your year right after, the same year as your sales assistant. So you want to say 2006. And let's say you worked as an account manager all the way up until 2012. Okay. And then we're going to put, again, Buffalo, New York. And then your location type is on site. And then here we're going to add some descriptions. Well, here is a little more. You're going to put a little more. You managed, let's just put, you managed a portfolio of over 700 clients. If you can keep it to one line, that would be good, because it'll flow good, you know. So let's see here. And then you're going to put, we'll say exceeded all sales goals and metrics. You know, you see how they just do that. And then we're going to put boosted sales 20, we'll just say, how about 10%? Boosted sales 10% annually. And annually, and we can put in consecutively too, if you want to. And then trained clients, we could say trained clients in group and in-person settings on the product, or trained clients in group, trained clients, and we could just put on the product, on products, we'll just say on products, in group, in in-person settings, we could say, acquired a key profile client, which increased sales 15% in 2010, something like that. We could say, and you know, when you misspell something, it'll go, you'll see the red line, the squiggly line under there. And then down here, we'll just keep going. We could say you nurtured existing client base. You nurtured the existing client base, resulting in 100% retention. Something like that, okay? So then you could say, save. Now, watch what it does when it loads. So this will go, okay, so we have a little bullet there that is out of place. So let's go back and take that out. Yeah, this one here. Let's get rid of that, okay? And then you could just go back and get rid of something and then save it again. And then when you want to edit, you just do this thing here. So here we have the sales assistant and the account manager under Sanford Products, and we've got one more job we want to add. And let's just say that now you are a now you are a sales manager. Let's just say that. So we'll just put sales manager, and then your full-time, and then Sanford Products is our fake name company. But if you type in your company and you see your logo, the company below, you can just select you could select that company, and then you want to check this box because you're currently working in this company. I mean, you're currently working in the position of sales manager for Sanford Products. And again, the start date is going to be the same year as you ended the account manager role, which was 2012. You want to select the same year. If you don't, then it won't pancake for you. And then that'll be to present. Okay, and then your location is Buffalo, New York, and your location type is on site. Okay, so here we'll say supervise. Now this isn't going to be in the past tense. This is current because you're currently doing this, right? So let's say you supervise direct reports. Oh my goodness, sorry. Okay, so let's say you supervise direct reports of 24 account managers. We can do lowercase on that. 24 account managers. Let's say you coach and monitor. I mean, I'm not really going into a lot of detail here. I'm just putting down snippets of this job. Coach and monitor employees to ensure their success or something like that. And then you could say something like facilitate training and onboarding for new hires. For new hires, you do that, right? And you could say something about you could say resource person for Salesforce CRM, something like that. Because say in sales you use Salesforce. You could say, other things like direct weekly meetings with sales staff, including reviewing goals and performance review. Okay. And then you could just, when you make a mistake, you could just go back. It will sales staff, including reviewing goals and performance. Okay. You could say set up, actually you could say something about awarded gold standard. I think it's President's Club or whatever. Gold standard for top sales. Something like that. You could say tripled account-based, 1,700, something like that. You could say produced in-house training material for sales, and then you could also say set up and administered AI sales chat tool, something like that. So then you're done with all that, and then you just go save. Okay. Now, you see how it's nicely set up here. You could keep going. You could add a bunch of things if you want to. My point of showing you this was because, see, then all of these jobs will be underneath Sanford products. And then let's say you want to delete a job. You can just, let's say you don't want this sales assistant, job in there. You could just press the pencil button and then it'll say delete experience right here on the left. Just select that and it'll say, are you sure you want to delete your experience? Delete. Because you decided you didn't want that. But see, these are all descriptives: nurtured, acquired, trained, boosted, exceeded, managed, set up, produced, tripled, awarded, direct, resource, facilitate, coach, and supervise. So you have like descriptives that you can use for if you're looking at what type of, let me check the focus here. Maybe we need a little more brightness. No. Let me see. Okay, so like if you're wondering about different words that you can use, you can go to this Merriam-Webster's online thesaurus, and it'll give you right up here. You can search the thesaurus. Like one word that everybody uses is perform, right? Performed this, performed that. You can, if you search the thesaurus, oh, come on. Whoops, uh-oh. Okay, so let's just see if maybe that'll work. Okay, perform. And what it'll do is it will go down and show you like a list of different words that you can use. You could pick any word if you want to look. Execute is another really good word. Achieve, fulfill, accomplish, implement, carry out, negotiate, all those different words. But I am going to go back to my LinkedIn and I'm going to delete all these because I don't work at Sanford Products. Well, this was just a sample. I hope that helped you to show you, because it's good to put all your work experience, underneath each job. Like separate your job titles so that they are underneath that. And then you could also go to a doc and type and cut and paste it too, if you want to. So, and then let's see, is there anything else that's pancaking jobs, underneath a job, like how we did it. And then something I didn't mention in my previous video was this about section, which is kind of a summary of your strengths and skills. And for some reason lately I haven't been able to find it, and I don't know why that is. But you should fill out the About section, because what it does is it's like a highlight of it's like a profile. And let's see. Oh, we already went to featured. We already talked about featured yesterday, right? Okay. Sorry for the get rid of this here. Okay. Let's go to add profile section again and see if we can find the About section. Add volunteer, add patents. Okay, you know what? I think it's underneath here. No, add causes. Okay, let's go back to core and let's see. Recommended. How about additional? It's kind of weird. Okay, well maybe it's a section here that is, it's an About section that you can put a summary of who you are, you know, and usually you can find it on this add profile section here. This button right here, if you're open to finding a new job, show recruiters and others that you're open to work, share your open role to find qualified candidates fast, but here, finding a new job, if you're open to finding a new job, just select that, and that will go, and that will be reflected. And I think that we've covered, because what I wanted to do is just go through that job, the mock job, you know, so that you can see how that is put on there. I think that's it for today. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or anything else about your job search or anything you want to mention, I'm leaving my email and website contact information in my description below this video if you want to get a hold of me. Thank you so much. You have a great night and a good week up ahead. Thank you so much. Bye.